Hello guys, it's Chomster here doing another Bakugan Armors review. This time we have Koppa Kudaku, so our second to last Bakugan Armors Bakugan. Of course it is Subterra, which is noteworthy because it's dark green, which is a little bit unusual. We did see this color with Ken Panzer, and this thing does remind me a bit of Ken Panzer, but yeah, I always like this color scheme for Subterra. Kind of wish they went with this for normal Bakugan, but anyway. Opening it up. Did not want to open, but anyway. So here is Koppa Kudaku. This Bakugan is really nice looking. I always liked the way this thing looked. It's not like crazy, but it's still cool. So pretty solid. I'd probably give this thing like, honestly, an 8 out of 10 for appearance, just because I do like how it looks. I like the mouth here. This is also a very unique Armors Bakugan compared to the average ones, because unlike the others, it does not have soul pieces, which is noteworthy, I would say. That said, if you take off the arms, you can see that there are still slots for soul pieces, so it is still compatible with any other Armors Bakugan. So you could put the arms in there and then a soul piece. But the arms for Koppa Kudaku in particular take the slot of a soul piece, so very interesting idea right there. Definitely adds a bit more to this Bakugan in particular, I would say. Anyway, this thing is just really, really nice though, for sure. As far as the G power goes, it is, there it is, 730Gs. There is a 750G variant though, so it could be either one. But anyway, also again, I mentioned already, but Subterra. And then we have O-Read. Now, O-Read is a unique ability. This is another ability like Blow Away that actually has sort of, I guess, field manipulation properties. Also, before I forget, the arms here, these claws are metal if you couldn't tell, so, which is nice because you have metal touching the ground, so this is actually solid for defense. But anyway, O-Read is an ability that, again, it does have some field manipulation. I think I do need to kind of show this one, so let's go ahead and go to a different setup where I have some more space, so I can show you how O-Read works. Alright, so here is a typical BakuTech Gachi field setup. So how O-Read works is basically, let's just say you land Koppa Kudaku, let's say on this gate card. So now, once landed, you have the choice to actually move Koppa Kudaku. Not only Koppa Kudaku, but the gate card itself, which is honestly insane. So let's just say I want to pick this up. I can put it, let's just say, here. Let's just say, maybe Koppa Kudaku actually landed closer to the edge of the card. This could set me up for a good double stand. I could also pair it like onto the back of this card even, which you really can't see very well. But yeah, you could do that too. You could just put it wherever you want. Really aren't any crazy limits to this. Now, I will say, if this was a normal field setup, these edges are at the edge of the arena. So you basically have to choose between, you know, this side or this side of these two cards. Also for these two inner cards, it's just this one, you know, this side or this side. So yeah. But for these, you know, outer cards, you could put them on any of the three edges. So I could put it like, you know, here, here, or even here if I want to. I could just move it back a spot. So there are a lot of different things you can do with O-Read. It is a very powerful ability. Yeah, this could set for a lot of things, you know. Easy double stands. You could also move it to like back here. If you want to like block an opponent, maybe they have a Bakugan right here, you could block them. Or just move this thing just because you feel like it. Open up a different card. There's a lot of things you could do with this, a lot of potential. Again, let's just say you have a Bakugan right here. You could land Koppa Kudaku on this card and move it here to block, and then give yourself an easier double stand here. Yeah, there's just a lot of things O-Read could do. It's a really useful ability. So anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the main part of the review. So with that said, how good is Koppa Kudaku? So again, 730 or 750Gs, so pretty typical. Again, I will give this thing kind of a max potential, so 750Gs. Normal for armors, but still really good G power. Also, physically speaking, this thing is probably the second best physically Ogan Hao is probably better, but this thing can block. I mean, if you look at this thing, like it takes up a pretty decent amount of the card horizontally. Yeah, it's a pretty decent Bakugan for defense, which is very nice, and pretty good shape as well. I think these arms are really, really good for that. Well, not really good, but good. But having the metal claws touching the ground also is nice, just some more weight towards the ground. So, is this like a top tier defensive Bakugan? No, I don't think it's that great. I'd argue even something like Kila Lannis is still better. But it is still a pretty solid Bakugan physically, which is kind of notable because Armors very much struggles with that. But having good G power, being solid physically, and having a really good ability, well, that does something. O-Raid in particular, I think having that gate card manipulation, being able to move cards around the field, that's useful. You can block Bakugan, you can move yourself closer for double stands, which is good. Just reposition, really whatever you want. Having any kind of field manipulation is huge. And yeah, being able to move the gate cards, changing the way the field works, like that's a really, really good ability. Now, is it as good as Blowaway? I would say no, but it is still really good. So, when you factor in, again, just solid physical performance with its defense, and, you know, occupies enough of the card, I would say. You know, you have good G power and a really nice ability. O-Raid's good. I'm going to give this thing an 8.5 out of 10. I think it is a really, really good Bakugan. I think that extra physicality really helps this thing, and having O-Raid is also very nice. There are some things you could do here, for sure. And I don't think it's quite a 9. I don't think it's quite as good as Hadokayo. While yes, this thing is, well, the same G power as Hadokayo, but it is definitely much better physically. It's just that the ability, while very, very good, I think O-Raid's great. It's not quite to the same degree as, you know, Blowaway. I do like it though, but yeah, anyway, that's Koppa Kudaku. Again, 8.5 out of 10. I think this Bakugan is really good. Probably the second best Subterra Bakugan. I would say, I mean, Jabufudo is definitely better within BakuTech, but I think there really isn't another Bakugan within the Subterra attribute that matches up that well. Like, I mean, Tornado is just big, doesn't do a whole lot. Afro Geyser's good, but I still think this thing's better. Gavleonicon, it's like the one attacker in the Subterra attribute. I would say that is actually like functional. I think it's much better than Zack Jaguar, and also Gavleonicon has a bit of defensive utility, so it's better, I would say, than that. But it's still not as good as this. You know, just the raw, you know, ability of this thing. Plus, again, just a solid defensive Bakugan. Having that together, plus good G power. I mean, yeah, you have something going here for sure. Definitely something that brings up the Subterra attribute a little bit. It's still not a great attribute, but this helps, for sure. Very good Bakugan, so anyways, that's all I have to say. And yeah, next week is the final Armors review. That will be on Yasha Dagaris. So I've been alluding to this thing throughout a lot of these reviews, talking about this thing, how good it is. So that will be next week, and I am very much looking forward to talking about that one. So anyways, that's all for this video. So thanks for watching, and bye-bye.